Hello! Welcome back to my channel. I am starting a new challenge starting today where I am getting comfortable with talking to the camera. For the next 30 days, I will be doing a challenge once a day. I will be talking to the camera for about 5 to 10 minutes a day. I will have different topics. At the end of every week, it will be a where I'm kind of collecting my thoughts and just kind of, saying how I feel.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share my experience with me talking to the camera for 30 days. Over the summer, I've been working hard towards gaining confidence when talking to a camera, and I was doing this by sitting every day in front of a camera for about 5 minutes and then just talking about what was on my mind. Let's dive into what I learned, my favorite moments, and tips for you to try this yourself. So the purpose of this challenge was to help me gain camera confidence, reduce annoying filler words like and improve my articulation, which I thought sounded bad, but maybe it's just me. I felt like I might have gotten just one of those, and that's the gain the camera confidence part. I followed this guide, which I'll pop up on the screen, but really, I'll also link it down below, but you don't have to use it. But the purpose of the guide was to kind of give me some guidelines to help me to have different topics to talk about every day. But there were just some days I just wanted to sit there and rant about random stuff. So I am going to share some of my favorite days with you guys. One of my favorite days was day 15.
This is day 15 of me talking to the camera for 30 days. And today's topic is we're going to talk about things that I'm grateful for.
On day 15, I shared what I'm grateful for, which was my education, my family, and my friends. And again, I am grateful for all of you, anybody that has subscribed for any of my content. I know my content's all over the place, we'll do a future video. My next favorite day was day 16, which is where I discussed my financial goals.
Hello, and welcome back to day 13 of my Talking to the Camera challenge. In today's video, we will be discussing my financial goals, thing that I would like to do, which I have the money for, I'm just kind of waiting, is a new camera setup. The camera I'm looking at is the Canon R7. I don't know what you call it. It's the Canon R7. I also want to get into photography, killing two birds with one stone.
I was discussing how I wanted to save up for a new camera, which I did end up getting, and I have linked down below a vlog of me opening my new camera and then me going out to do some photography with it. In the future, I will be using that to film some content. As of right now, I'm still using my older camera, which is totally fine. It's not gonna, ruin anything. I need to kind of get some more lenses, but lenses are expensive. Anyways, so I talked about how I wanted to save for a camera. I wanted to save to eventually buy a house, but in this economy, it sucks. And I also wanted to advance in my career, which obviously advancing in my career comes with more money, at least you would think so. I have for number 3 that my third favorite video, I guess in the timeline, is day 19.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is day 19 out of 30 of me talking to the camera. In today's video, we will be discussing a mistake that I've made and the lessons I've learned.
Which is where I spoke about a work mistake and the lesson I learned from it.
The team that I work on handles the servers in our field. We have almost 800 shops. We actually have to have a physical server on site. We had gotten a call that one of our shops burnt down, and this was during some fire up in New York. Well, I got tasked with shipping out the server. I was under the impression that since they already had their place of location, that in our directory, that would be up to date. I shipped out the server, and server was already picked up and left. I just realized that the address seemed too similar to the OG. And I look at the shipping history, and I saw it got shipped to the wrong address. Nobody updated the address. So long story short, he did get a server. I worked my butt off to make sure that the guy got his server. The mistake here is, just double check your stuff before you actually go through with something, and check multiple sources before you actually do it.
On the list, or next up on the list, is day 26.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is day 26 out of 30 of me talking to the camera, and in today's video, we will be discussing my bucket list.
Where I sat down and spoke about my bucket list. It was super fun to talk about. Some of the stuff on my list was stuff such as traveling, seeing the northern lights, learning a new language, and skydiving, which I don't know if I'm actually ever gonna go skydiving. Next up on my list is day 27.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 27 out of 30 of me talking to the camera. Today's going to be more like a rant video to figure out what I may or may not be doing wrong.
This is where I was ranting about YouTube growth because it didn't exist for me. or so it didn't feel like. I was just ranting about the different YouTube struggles, and it was rough, but what I liked about the video is that it felt very raw and very me, and I just had to sit down and just rant about it. It was very therapeutic and helped me in ways I wasn't thinking about before. This is a very unpopular opinion with the views, I guess, at least from what I remember. It had a super low viewer count. Day 28 was funny to me.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is day 28 out of 30 of me talking to the camera. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a funny story,
which I spoke about a time from when I was a camp counselor, and how there was I call him a kid, he was older than me, where one of our counselors ended up drinking peanut butter beer, and he has an allergy to peanut butter, and he just didn't read the label, and it was so funny, but I guess other people didn't find that funny. Very sad. And finally, which is day 30.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is the final episode of where I'm talking to the camera for 30 days straight, and in today's video, we're going to be covering what my final thoughts are, and if I thought I met any of my goals.
Which, another one that felt very raw and very nice just to get out and talk about my feelings. At that point, I didn't really look at all my videos. I looked at the beginning and the last one. Okay, did I improve? When you do things consecutively, you are bound to improve. I mean, at first you're gonna think it's hopeless, you don't think you're gonna do well, but you will. I didn't think I was gonna do well, and there were people that and they're like, yeah, you improved. Yeah, I like hearing you talk. So thank you to all the people that were there during my challenge. It was so nice to hear feedback from you guys. But day 30 was just all about me reflecting and wrapping up the whole challenge. I discussed my growth, what I learned. It was just a perfect wrap up. If you guys do want to see the whole challenge or the whole video series, I will have that link down below. Some of the videos are kind of bad, but I mean, they're videos. That's kind of the point of it. If you're thinking about trying this challenge or something similar, here are my tips for you based on my own experience. First, I would set clear goals. Define what you want to achieve. It could be something as little as trying to gain camera confidence or to have better articulation, or it could just be you need help just having confidence with presenting stuff, you know. But in today's day and age, public speaking can just be as little as just being on a video call and having to present something to a ton of people. So I think this is a great way to kind of help with that. Next, I would recommend having some kind of guide. Having a guide with daily topics or just something to kind of write out what you want to talk about is a good idea. It also helps keep you on track. Be consistent. Record every day, even if you don't want to. Consistency is key. Like I said, you don't even have to post it, but it helps you to be more accountable. We are in the age of where you can post things to TikTok where you're more likely to get viewership, so that's an option if you want to try to grow a following on TikTok. YouTube Shorts is another one. However, you have less than a minute to post content on there, so just note that too. Knowing that you're posting your progress and posting it online and then receiving all that nice feedback will really motivate you. Also, don't worry about perfection. The goal is to improve, not be perfect. Engage with your audience. As I told you, I shouted out some people that kind of gave me some nice feedback and people that were following along with me. It really helps to keep a community and kind of keep yourself motivated, and it's just so nice to receive nice comments. Next, I would recommend reviewing your progress. I wouldn't do it while you're actually filming yourself. I would wait till after you've done everything. Again, you don't have to watch every single video back, but trust me, I watched myself back for all 30 days and I was awkward watching myself. It's good to kind of note your improvements or where you might be able to do better. And one thing I was doing was I was doing weekly updates in where I felt that I fell flat and things I could have done better on. Like I started noticing like in the first half of the challenge, I kept touching myself and that doesn't look very good. I guess I'm a little handsy, but it definitely helps to look at where you're improving. And again, you don't have to do those weekly check-ins. It was just kind of nice for me to do the weekly check-ins. My final tip for you is who cares what people have to say about you? It doesn't matter as long as you're getting yourself out there, because there's a lot of people that feel like they're being held back because they're like, yeah, well, I can't be on camera. I can't do this. I can't do that. There are plenty of faceless YouTube channels, and there are even people that are too scared to make that leap. And you have to be willing to do that. And I feel like doing this challenge really helps people. Oh, and another tip that I got from another YouTube channel, I don't even know who said it, but whenever you're talking to the camera, they didn't even say talking to the camera. They said talking to camera. They literally made the camera seem like another person, like you're talking to them. And when I put that into perspective, it kind of helped a little bit, but you get the concept. Anyways, I want to thank you for sitting here and watching my video. If you do get the opportunity to sit through my whole challenge or just want to watch some of the videos far in between, I would really appreciate that. I really hope you guys found this inspiring and helpful for your guys' YouTube career. If you guys decide to try it, please let me know down below. I would love to follow your guys' journeys. If you guys feel like liking and subscribing, go for it. I'm not gonna like shove it down your throats. But anyways, until next time, adios!